Good afternoon. My name's Adam Nelson. I'm a cardiology fellow here at the DCRI. I'm joined today with Dr. John Alexander, Professor of Medicine. We've just recently completed a DCRI think tank on the accelerated drug approval pathway. I'll ask him some quick questions. So why do you think, Dr. Alexander, it's important to have an accelerated approval pathway in cardiometabolic disease?
Yeah, so the FDA traditionally has had really rigorous standards for new drug approvals in cardiovascular and metabolic diseases. And sometimes those rigorous standards slow down the drug evaluation process, and using surrogate endpoints could speed up that process, which could get drugs to patients earlier. That's obviously with a potential trade-off of having less certainty around the benefits of those drugs when they do get first approved. I mean, this is an issue that really does impact multiple stakeholders. It's obviously important to have the drug developers, drug manufacturers in this discussion, the Food and Drug Administration, the drug regulators, but also the clinical investigators and clinicians who prescribe these drugs. And then a critical voice is the patient voice. And so we had a number of patients' perspectives in the meeting as well. And by bringing together all stakeholders, I think you're best able to elucidate all the issues and get them on the table.
There was some fairly disparate opinion, but overall there were perhaps some actionable things. Did you want to elucidate us perhaps on where we move forward now in this space?
Yeah, I think from the discussion of the think tank, there's more clarity around what the issues are related to appropriate surrogate endpoints, appropriate confirmatory trials, and really importantly, what happens when a drug that's been approved doesn't confirm safety and efficacy, and how do you get it off the market? And I think that clarity, which we're going to write up in a white paper, will hopefully move the field forward on when accelerated approvals would be appropriate.
So perhaps, Dr. Alexander, we see in the oncology field where these sort of pathways have got such a role.
Yeah.
Where do you think that this would be best applied, or how do we interpret the legislation around cardiometabolic disease, do you think?
Yeah, so we talk often about unmet need or diseases with no effective treatments. And although we have lots of effective therapies in cardiovascular disease and metabolic diseases, cardiovascular disease remains the #1 killer in the United States. And so there's lots of room for new effective therapies. And as a clinician, I'd hate to see not having new effective therapies available for patients, provided they're followed up with adequate safety and efficacy confirmation.